We got flack last time for calling Bulaga a replacement rider for Marquez, so we might have to be a little bit careful with Smitty and Marquez because he might
Yeah.
not be as nice as as Lewis was last week.
He's not a replacement rider. He's a fill-in rider.
It didn't look too bad, but depends on which side of the coin or bed you slept on and watch that race. But we'll dive into it. Let's talk about Miguel Oliveira, Portugal winner the first time MotoGP went to Portugal 5 years ago, I believe, or maybe a little bit longer. It's his last round at Portugal as a MotoGP rider because he's moving to World Superbike next year. I know we've seen these in the past, riders walking away in people walking away from their sport. Do you guys looked at the celebration and saw what are your thoughts on Miguel Oliveira? One, should he have been able to find a seat next year in MotoGP and stay? And also, I didn't realize the Portuguese love Oliveira more than they love football. European football, as I know Shake's be mad at that, but what are your thoughts on Miguel, TJ?
I mean, I'm happy to see like the support that he gets from his hometown. It was a good celebration. I mean, the fans were rocking the 88. It's pretty cool and showing the love. Like knowing that he's not gonna get first place, they're still just giving him that support. It's sad to see though, because I don't think it's not his choice to depart MotoGP. It kind of just fell into that way at the point in time. I think when it's deciding between him and Jack Miller, I don't know what other seats are really available at that time. So I'm not really sure about that. But good thing is he still has a seat World Superbike, and I actually think World Superbike goes to Portimao. So I'm sure the fans will still be there to support him, just in another series. So, but it was good to see him out there to actually finish his time. And going back to the past few times he's been there, he's been taken out by Marquez, and just seeing like his dad there supporting him and stuff like that is cool to see that he was able to just finish and wave to his fans goodbye.
I agree. Hard to see. Smitty, what are your thoughts on Miguel? I know he was on the chopping block from the beginning of the season for you, from these riders that were finishing in the top. in the bottom 50.
Look, man, MotoGP, I just feel that the sport needs more turnover sometimes with those back riders. They hold on to the rides too long. And in Moto2, we have a lot of young talent. And sometimes, look, it doesn't work out. For example, Sumkat Chantra, he was crushing it in Moto2. MotoGP, it just didn't go his way. So he got a shot, and now somebody else, will get that same shot. But back on Miguel, I mean, did he win anything? He won what? Like one race, I think, if that.
He won at least one, maybe more than that.
He's a rider. He's just a guy. Yes, he's his last race was in his hometown in GP this past weekend, but I mean, it is what it is, He's not.
Yeah, but
saying. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say there's in MotoGP right now only 6 riders have won, so there's not a lot of riders in GP that win races.
I mean, true, but even though he won one previously, he had a very lackluster career, So him leaving, is it a loss for GP? No, not at all. So saying that it's sad he left, I won't say it's sad at all, Because the sport will be fine next year when he's not there, honestly.
That boy heartless, man. Jesus Christ.
Listen, this is who you want running your company, man. Someone like Smitty, just like move on to the next. I know Top Rock is huge for MotoGP. I don't think it's a replacement deal. You're on the inside. How you look at Oliveira, unless he went to Honda or a test ride, where could he have stayed? And what are your thoughts? Do you agree with Smitty as far as like he just didn't have the mustard?
I mean, with Oliveira, man, I mean, kind of agree with Smitty a little bit. I mean, I'm not that heartless. I mean, I wish the guy the best and wish his in his future endeavors on, the next round, the next life and chapter, But I mean, he didn't really get to his full potential. I mean, he just wasn't it. And this year, the past couple of years, it just seemed like he just couldn't stay up on the bike. It's just somebody always ran into the guy. It was like almost like target fixation for people. You see him and just go. So he kind of had the bad luck of the draw. I think he may do a lot better in World Superbike. Not many people in there. It's a different race. As you can see, the way you brake isn't completely different. Right. So, I think he'll do better there. I mean, will the sport miss him? Not per se. But the Portuguese guys will, the fans will miss him.
Right. 5 wins. Not to cut you off, but 5 wins it looks like he had in the GP championship while he was there in 1 pole position.
5 wins in a pole position, no matter how you look at it, how you cut the mustard, it's still something impressive. To actually win a MotoGP race and to get a pole. So it's still something impressive. I mean, it's he's never won a championship. But, he still has his mark there. And, let's see what he does in World Superbike. Maybe he'll do a lot better. Maybe that's where he needs to be. You've seen a lot of guys go to World Superbike and restart their career.
I agree with that. I think it's too soon for him. I think Danilo Petrucci was the right time. It was the right time because he did the KTM stint and then moved over and established himself and he was older and I do believe Oliveira had a better career than Petrucci. They may have similar wins, but Oliveira came out of Moto2 and was like a superstar and just just plagued with bad luck kind of thing would knock him out. Before we dive into the races, let's talk about Alex Marquez. He's number 2 in the World Series in the Championship Series. And, 2 brothers since Venus and Serena finishing 1 or 2. He did it without his brother. I probably gave him a little bit of flack saying, he wasn't sustaining, especially after his injury. He wasn't, riding the same way he was at the beginning of the season and stuff like that. What are you guys' thoughts on him? The way he was able to win the sprint and still get on a podium in the GP, even though he didn't win the GP. We'll start with TJ.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty incredible to see, brothers to, have stats like that. You don't see it too often. He can walk around with a chip on his shoulder now. He's actually proved that, he got second place. So it's hard to beat his brother as it is, but I think if his brother was on Honda still or even out for the season, it would have been Alex's, because Pecco didn't show up. Martin was out, but it's good to see Alex get number 2 and to fight this weekend. Felt like he had the pace to be up front. There was times where he was a little up in the back. He had to fight to get past a couple riders, but he did it cleanly and just shown that he's a second place rider.
Right.
I mean, I didn't have the confidence in Alex this year at all. So
no, at the beginning of the year.
From last year to this year, I hats off to him. And I don't know what his brother finally instilled in him, but it's good to see.
Yeah, Smitty, TJ made a valid point. I mean, if Marquez wasn't there, Alex might have walked away with the championship this year.
Yeah, he would have.
How do you look at that? Is it if Mark wasn't on a Ducati, would Alex be riding as good as he's riding? Or if Mark wasn't on the bike at all, will Alex been able to find his way?
Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more to it. But according to you, the 25 and 24 are totally different bikes, right?
Different bikes, yeah. According to me, according to Ducati.
Well, according to you, because you always say that's why Pecco can't ride it. That's why.
It's according to Ducati, man. I mean,
I know.
I was saying this earlier to cut you off. No, I was saying this earlier to someone. I'm like, I don't know why people don't get mad at me when I'm right. I know it's such a thing, man. So
anyway, back on the point. So if Mark was there or not, I don't think that has any impact on Alex's performance because there's nothing Mark could tell him to help him ride his bike better. You see what I'm saying? So Alex is kind of his own man right now. He don't need his big bro to show him the ropes anymore, follow him around. But TJ, he made some great points, and I agree, with all of them. But to add to more of what TJ said, like I enjoy cool stories in sports, like to go off script. Like I enjoy seeing LeBron and Bronny James playing on the same team. Like I enjoy seeing Carmelo's son do good in Syracuse. Like I enjoy seeing things like that. And it's cool seeing the brothers now be 1 and 2 in the same class. So it's just the story that's, that keeps things in history, and these things will go on forever. Like, we talked about decades from now. And it's cool to witness these things firsthand, so.
Yeah, I agree because, you can look at the McEnroe brothers in tennis, but, the younger McEnroe wasn't like John McEnroe, so, it was different. We had, Paula Spargo, Alicia Spargo, these guys were here already, and, they both, I believe, have at least won races, but, not at the same level of what Alex and Mark are doing.
Correct.
What are your thoughts, Reese, on what the guy said, and anything you want to add on Alex and Marquez and being 1 and 2?
No, Mark and Alex 1 and 2. That's just a great accomplishment. It goes down in the record books. But even like TJ and Smitty said, if Mark wasn't there, it's still not going to change it. I think Alex still would have been there because you could see in the off season them two were training. I know they were showing. I think Mark was on like a V4 and Alex was crazy enough it was on an R6. So I think him training with his brother and out there learning different lines and learning different brake marks and being on a different bike, and then as like you say, the 24 and the 25 is completely different. It just helped Alex excel that much further along. So I don't think it would have been any different. I think if Mark wasn't there, I think this would have been an Alex championship for sure.
Okay. All right. That's not, I don't know anybody that betted on that. They would have been, they would have been rich because I don't think any of us saw that at the beginning of the season. But for him to finish, and he's finishing strong. That's the best way to finish out a season is to finish strong. Before we one more, let's say housekeeping, but before we jump into, there was a delay in the MotoGP race. We all race at different levels, and you're on a race team at a high level race. When there are delays like this, is it on the folks that are hitting the knobs and pushing the buttons? Does it mess up a rider's rhythm a little bit? Is it no big deal? What are your thoughts, TJ? Because that delay, they had riders looking around for a little bit, so you got to come off the you're a little bit relaxed or distracted.
Yeah, delays are always distractions. Especially when you're ready to go, because you got the butterflies and you just want to get going, and a delay kind of like, you gotta like restart the engine again a little bit. It's just as long as you know what's going on, so you can like better prepare and do your routine. Because everyone has a routine before going out to perform, so. It's kind of like your routine has to last until it's ready to go. So like you don't want your routine to end and still have a few minutes to spare. So
right.
I think it throws you off slightly.
All right, no doubt. Smitty, I know you're locked in, so and also sideways. So I know you definitely.
Oh, just that Honda thing, man.
I know you definitely.
The ain't one Honda thing.
I don't know what it does. I don't know why, but
because you on a Honda.
you gotta reach out to Race Direction, man. Somebody's messing up over there. What were your thoughts? Did you notice the delay? Is it no big deal? Has that happened to you in a race? For one reason or another, maybe a rider just coming to the grid grid a little bit later than everybody else? Is it part of racing? Because everyone is on the grid is dealing with it.
So funny thing. Normally, I'm the guy that's last to the grid, so I'm the delay for everybody else anyway. So
you are the delay.
Yes. I mean, but I get it. But it's part of racing. Like to me, it's no different than you start the race and then there's a red flag.
Yeah.
Yes, it kills your rhythm. It does, but it affects no one more than the other. So it's part of the game. It affects one guy, two guys, three guys. All 19 feel the same delay. So I don't see it as a big deal.
Got you.
All do it. So
and no need to go see race direction or anything like that.
Nah. Okay. Not at all. It just happens.
Some people might have missed their launch, man. The Hondas, they struggled. They struggled. I don't know if that was the reason or not, but I think it was a burnt clutch. What are your thoughts, Reese? You're in it at a high level. This costs some riders money, some teams money.
First of all, with Smitty, it's got to be Smitty being the black person, always dang late to the grid. Like, really, bro? Be on time. Nah, we get delays all the time. We'll get delays from the king of the baggers dumping oil all over the grid, the track, or we'll get somebody doing something, a red flag or something. We'll get delays all the time. Does it affect the riders? Once you get to that level of riding, it's kind of like, it is what it is. They kind of just can kind of not chill out. They're still in the game mode. They're still ready to go, but they can kind of it's almost like they can relax a little bit more, like take the little bit of tension off. Like, especially like there's been times where you see like one of our guys, they're a little nervous, but they kind of take that little bit of edge off and like, all right, I'm ready to go. I'm good. Sometimes they'll get ready late and they need a little bit more time. So that little extra delay sometimes does help them a little bit. So, it's normal. Once you get to that level, it's almost normal part of the game.
Is there anyone to complain to at that point, or it's just more talk after the racing is over?
And pretty much talk after the race is over, but it's like anything else. We can complain all we want, but who the hell's gonna listen? That's pretty much what it comes down to. Who the hell's gonna listen? Race direction. They're like, oh look, we got to do this, and we got to do this. All right, cool. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty crazy.